We wanted to chat today a little bit about mistakes that buyers make that we hate to see. Go ahead. Top three.
Top three, I would say, well, number one is a buyer consultation. It doesn't seem super important, but if you and your spouse are not on the same page with what you're looking for, or you and your lender, or not lender, I'm sorry, realtor.
As far as the house or just in general?
I was thinking the house, but I mean, right? Because if you have that buyer consultation, what will happen is your agent will take you through the process of, okay, do you want to live here? Do you want to live here? What do you like about this city? And go through that process of weeding out so that you're not looking all over Orange County.
And while I think it sounds time consuming to front load it that way, I think that having all decision makers on the same page before you start to actually go through the process actually saves you more time on the back end.
100%.
So I think all decision makers together in one place, even if it's a 15-minute phone call, it makes a huge difference in your level of efficiency for you and for your agent, really. I mean, it makes it so your search and your process is a little more, well, I would say like laser focused than
Right.
just kind of like, and just talking through the process, I think.
And it's important to have your agent on the same page too, because although buyers can see everything on Zillow, all of the portals, there's stuff that the agents have that have not come to the market yet. And so if you're not super clear with what you are looking for and your agent isn't informed, then they can't go shop for the off-market properties on your behalf, right? So that, I think, buyer consultation is really important.
Okay.
Getting pre-approved.
Painful.
So painful. But
is it? How long is it?
It kind of just depends on your finances, right? If you have multiple companies, it's not a pain in the butt. It just may take you a little bit longer. If you are a W-2 employee, it's not that painful at all.
And I think a complete pre-approval is a little different than like maybe you just call and have a quick discussion with a lender so they can give you a ballpark, right? You're not going to know your rate. You're not going to know any of those things for sure. But at least you will know ballpark. If I'm purchasing at this price, I have this much down, what is my payment?
Right.
That could be 20 minutes. Now, is it better if you have the full? Yes, of course. But you have to at least know something before you're starting. Because why?
Well, what if online it said that you can qualify for up to $1 million?
I have like Zillow Mortgage. I can figure it out.
Totally.
I got it.
And then what if that calculation that they're giving you for $1 million is way higher of a payment than you're comfortable with?
I think a couple of things, right? Like you don't want to go, for me, I think I don't want to go fall in love with something if it's not attainable. Right. So like I don't even want to go and see it if it's not in my wheelhouse. So I think knowing the numbers, while it seems a little bit painful, again, I think it prevents some pain on the back end.
100%. And I think like the full pre-approval part is, what if a house comes up on a Saturday and you need to write, it is the perfect house. The perfect house never comes up in 2 years that you've been looking for homes. And now it comes up and you don't have that pre-approval process ready, right? So you probably can't get it done over the weekend. And that perfect house is probably going to be in escrow on Monday.
Yeah, I still think we are in a market where if it's good, it's going.
Right.
And so if you have any interest, like it makes sense to have that ready. Okay, so buyer consult, pre-approval.
Number 3, inspection. Please, please, please do not skip out on a professional home inspection. But
my dad's a contractor. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, no, we were on the listing side, so we had nothing to do with the buyer on this one. And there was some issues with the house, and they chose not to hire a professional inspector. I haven't spoken to that buyer, but my guess is that they're not super stoked. Now, like, there's so many things that a professional home inspector can point out that
For the cost of it, considering how much money is being spent, your risk is, uh, I would say on average, they're between, $500 to $700, depending based on square footage, of course. But I mean, just to minimize your risk on spending $1 million, which is, on average what people are spending right now, to spend $700 to make sure you want to spend $1 million. I mean, I think all day.
100%.
Yeah.
So,
Buyer consult, pre-approval,
pre-approval.
inspection, super important. Let us know if we can help you.